Welcome into a new edition of the Holton Ahlers Show. Let's get right into it. First of all, I'm married, so that's why I've been gone a little bit. Football season's getting around the corner. We're really ramping this up. Caden, let's go.
It's been a while. I feel like you've been out of town the whole last month.
Well, I feel like I've been out of town the last 6 months with football and then a guy married, then the honeymoon, but blessed for sure. So if you guys notice, I don't know which camera we're on, but we don't have a guest this week. So we don't have a guest because this is an important episode. It's an episode that I don't know if I ever really pictured, or I still don't know really what I'm going to say, but let's go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off. I am announcing my retirement from football. It's been a long career. It's been a fun career. Done a lot of cool things, met a lot of cool people, probably met my wife because of this, because I came to ECU, met you, met a ton of people. But yeah, we can kind of dig into it a little bit deeper. But yeah, I'm hanging up the cleats, and that's what this episode's about. It's about my career, the decision to retire, what we're doing. Yeah.
Hate to dive right into it right out the gate and kind of punch you in the gut. I know a lot of people are going to ask, the last 2 years you've been a backup, is it because you don't feel like you can compete anymore, or is it just your time?
No, not that at all. A lot of things have went into it, honestly. Like, just the decision in general is like I said, just got married, want to have a family soon. Being in football, like, I've missed a lot of things family-wise and friend-wise that I wish I didn't miss because of football. I'm not saying like that in a bad way. Like, football's brought me a lot of great things. I'm super blessed. Like, the people who have supported me, Grace, my wife, who's back there, you as a teammate and as a friend, my family, all the friends we've made, and a lot of them we kind of share friends. And we just had the wedding, and I don't know how many of the groomsmen were. It was like my brothers, Josh, the guys I grew up with, and then teammates. So football has brought me a lot of great things, but like, just the decision to go into it, man, there's a lot. Like, at the end of this past season, like, I felt like not my passion was going away from it, but after the last game, I told Grace, I was like, I don't want to walk away from football with any regrets, which I have zero regrets. I really do. And I also don't want to walk away from it like bitter at it. And right now I love football. Like, I don't want to play long enough. And I've seen teammates, and you've seen teammates play long enough where like they view football different. Like, man, I should have done this, or man, they did me dirty. Like, do I wish I played more in pro ball? Yes, I do. But like, the more I think about it, like, my dream, like a lot of kids' dream is to play like in the NFL. And like, I got to that, but like, my dream was always to play quarterback at ECU. And like, I did that. So I think anything after playing quarterback at ECU was like just added to it. Like, it was just like, oh, this is cool. Like, this is the life I've created for myself. But playing quarterback at ECU was like my dream. So like, when I was there, like, after that, it was like, all right, this is addition. But other than that, like, I'm very happy with the way my careers went.
Yeah, my dream was always just to play college football.
Yeah,
it wasn't
you
to
did
start. That
Yeah.
was just to make it. I always thought your dream. I know your dream was ECU, and I always thought yours was the NFL. So we kind of had the same dream. I knew I wasn't going to make it to the NFL.
Yeah.
You definitely had the other.
Yeah, I think mine was just a little bit different because I was a baseball player growing up. So like, I was never like, I'm going to be an NFL quarterback one day. Now, like, once I started playing football, like, yes, that was a dream of mine, but it wasn't the dream of mine. Like, the dream of mine was like to be a successful like quarterback at ECU and like just live out like the hometown quarterback dream, which is what I did. And I think like when you get to pro ball, it's just different. And like, I want to say is like, this is me stepping away from it. Like, they want me to come back. The Renegades do. I could have probably played 5 to 8 more years in pro football and like been as happy as could be. I don't want to make it seem like I wasn't happy. I was very happy. But yeah, I want to start a family. We're in the process right now. Me and you won't go too much detail in it, but we're in the process right now of opening up a business in August, which we'll get into in future episodes. And then there's football. And like, I think a quote that I saw, the Savannah Bananas guy, I think his name's Jesse, the Yellow Tux Jesse guy. He's like the owner of Savannah Bananas. He said, a lot of people say like, follow your passion. He was like, but a better version of saying that is like, follow your energy. Like, wherever you want to put your energy towards, that's what you should follow. And the 3 things that I knew I wanted to start a family, which I just got married and we'd love to start a family soon. I knew I wanted to start a business and build a business. I knew I had energy there, and we both do. And then I knew I had passion for football, but out of the 3, like, which one do I have the least energy for now? It's playing football. And I've spent years of my life, I mean, I don't even know how many years, like every single day being like the best football player I can be. Like every decision I made, everything I ate, for the most part, went into like, will this make me a better football player? Like, will this correlate to me being better on the field? And like, I just think it's just time for me to like step away from that lifestyle and say, all right, it's time to build a family now. It's time to plant my roots here. I want to be present in my niece and nephew's life. I want to be present in my family's life, which I was for the most part. I was blessed to obviously play at ECU, so I was still present, but I still missed a lot of things too. As you know, like,
Yeah.
I mean, you play football, you're busy a lot. And then pro ball, like, I mean, I was out 5 months out of the year, sometimes 6 months out of the year. And that's just the UFL. If you play good, then you go to the NFL, then you're out, almost a whole year. In out of those three of family, business, and football, it's like, okay, which one would I like sacrifice short term and long term? And it's football. And I was like, okay, I've pretty much accomplished every dream. I mean, the other thing I could say is like, could I go if my other dream would be being a starter in the NFL? It's like, well, yes, but one, is that realistic? It could be. I could chase that dream, but I've seen so many teammates chase a dream too long. Whereas like I am happy stepping away from it now rather than chasing it for 5 more years, then stepping away and not knowing what I'm going to do with my life. I'd rather just go ahead and take that next step, use everything I've learned from football, the relationships. And I mean, we're doing the business together. Like I said, we'll get into it later, but like use every relationship we have, the same lessons we've learned, and take it to the business world, to like my family life, like with my wife now, like when we start having kids and just all of that. And I don't know, just felt like it's time. I know I just went on a rant, but I think it's just time.
No, I feel that. One thing about me is I had 2 more years at ECU. I played for 4,
Yeah.
and I think I've heard a lot of even baseball players say this. Like, I could have kept going, totally different. But people ask you, probably will ask you, like, do you miss football? And I'm at a point where like I loved football. I loved all the
Yeah.
friendships we had, the guys. But do I miss football? I don't miss football anymore.
Yeah.
I really don't. I love watching. I love talking about football. I love watching game film. But like doing that day in, day out, I really don't miss it. It was a blessing in my life. I got to do it. Do you think you'll miss football, or you think you're at the point where it's like, I've done everything, I'm just gonna miss the people around it?
Yeah.
Or you have to go maybe a year?
No, I had this exact conversation with Grace, like, and I think my parents too, and maybe even you, like when I talked about like the decision, and like obviously I'm big on like the circle that I have is like a very tight knit circle, but it's people I depend on. And like I just would call and ask people. I'm sure we talked about it too. It was just like, I know someone asked pretty much what you just did. It's like, would I be sad walking away? And it's like, well, yeah, I'm gonna be sad, but like whether I played 10 more years or whether I'd never play another down, like I'm still gonna be sad. Like football gave me so much. Like it is a sad like session, like chapter of my life to like walk away from. Um, but to say like, will I miss the day to day? Like I would say yes right now I would, because it's so fresh. But at the same time, like I mean, and like I've had so many things going on behind the scenes with like without football that like I'm excited for this next chapter, to where like I am ready to put all my energy into something else, which is the business and my family, to where like, will I miss it? Yes, but I will be more excited than I will be sad to like start the next chapter. Like I'm very, very excited about the next chapter.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel like you also felt like, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, you were limited in the UFL. I can
Yeah.
only do so much. And
Yeah.
I was spending so much time here, but I can't grow personally, financially, really that much outside.
I think the one thing is like the UFL is a great league. Like I will support it. Great guys. I'm glad I played for the Renegades. But like I was tired of like having to rely on other people to make decisions about my life and my career. And that's one of the reasons why we are starting a business. I literally remember the last game calling Grace and be like, Grace, should we just open up a business and like just take my life in my own hand, put the same energy as I have into football into a business? And like, yes, you still got to rely on people, but like, I mean, you know how I am. Like I if you can say like, work hard as crap for this many years and it'll pay out, or most likely it will, then do it. And like, that's pretty much what we're doing now. But like, I just think taking my life into my own hands, like pro football is, I'm sure college football might even be like this now. I don't know. But like pro football is so much of like, you got to do the right thing, be in the right spot, have the right luck. And then you got to have the right person who just happens to like you, like not put in a word, but like push for you in the front office. And it's like, I don't want to deal with that anymore. Like, it's tiring, not just for me, but for everyone. And then like, another thing is like being in pro football so much. I mean, I got cut like 6 or 7 times my rookie year, maybe more. I don't even know with the Seahawks. You got to like almost take the emotion away from it. And like, I don't want to take the emotion away from football. That's what makes football great. So like, that's where for me, it's like, okay, I still love the game. I'm not hurt for the most part. Like, I've sacrificed so much. Like, why not walk away from the game? Because I've seen guys who stayed too long, who maybe their career ended on an injury or their career ended when they got cut. Whereas, like, for me, I still have an opportunity to go play. I'm not hurt. I can still go play. But, like, me walking away on my own terms would be better for me mentally and just for my career as I look back on it, in years from now. Like, I would rather say, I walked away on it on my own terms when I was happy. I still view the game as like I love the game. I'm not bitter towards it. And I've seen so many guys do it the wrong way, and I'm just trying to do it the right way. And I've also seen guys like you, and like the, I guess, benefit of playing pro ball for 3 years is so many teammates already have started their journey of post football that like I've seen like what to do. I've also seen what not to do. But like, I mean, you've been successful. Baggett's been successful. Jack's been successful. Romalot's been successful. Like I've seen guys like leave football and still be successful. So like, I think just following that path. And then I've also seen guys that aren't successful. I'm not going to name who they are, but like we know who they are, like guys who are still hung up on football. And I'm not that way. I don't know if it's just because pro football did that to me or whatever. Like, but I'm glad I'm not that way. I'm glad I'm not stuck on. I'm glad I'm not the one who's 32 years old still playing in the UFL. But I don't know. I'm excited for this. I'm excited to put all my energy in a couple things that aren't football. I'm excited to plant my roots and start real life, I guess.
I'm going to ask this because I think a lot of people have thought it, and I've been asked this a lot. Well, before I dive into that, a lot of people think like a guy like you go play football, like he must have been really bad if he can't play in the NFL or play in the UFL. And I'm always out there, probably like the Glazer friend. Like, no, I'm telling you guys, Holton, it's not because he's bad. It's just like timing wise.
Yeah.
Timing wise. So I think a lot of people don't realize outside of first or second round draft picks, a lot of it's timing and being in the right place at the right time.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Why do you think you struggle at playing in the UFL?
In the UFL, I just didn't get playing times, you're saying?
Yeah. Why do you think you didn't have a chance over Luis Perez?
I
mean, you're not going back.
Honestly, I'm not going back. Honestly, like, the GM told me he wanted me to play. Like, he went to the coaches, said he wanted to play. The receivers went to the coaches, said they wanted me to play, excuse me. Like, he was struggling a good bit. And I love Luis. I'm not trying to, like, dog him, but, like, I don't know. The coaches, our offense coordinator, like, loved Luis and, like, would have went to war for him, which I appreciate as a quarterback. But, like, also, like, we went 2 years and we didn't really win that games at all. Like, and then he had some good games. He had some bad games. But, like, yeah, I don't know. It's literally just, that's what I'm talking about is like leaving football to like take advantage of my own life, like take ownership of my own life. It's just saying like, I'm tired of people making decisions that like about my career that pretty much show like lead me of where I'm going to go. Like, I mean, I wasn't going to play because the OC loved the quarterback that was ahead of me. So like, that kind of sucks for me. Like I was there 2 years and never got a true shot. And we didn't have a winning record 2 years in a row. You know what I mean? So
I think that's the biggest question. It's like it's a new league. People saw it as a feeder league to the Canadian system or the NFL, mostly the NFL. And it's like every backup this year outside of you got significant time. Yeah. And people are like, is it capability? I'm like, I can tell you one thing. It's not.
I'll post the film. I'll post practice film.
Holton used to send me practice film every single day.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, what's going on? What's going on? And he'd be slinging it. You can post it, honestly.
Yeah, I'll post it. I will. Because like the receivers went to the coaching staff, the offensive line went to the coaching staff, and like, or to the GM, which usually in pro ball is like who you go to.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I mean, I know. Like, I love Luis, so I'm not trying to get that deep into it. But yeah, I mean, I did feel like I should have gotten an opportunity. I didn't. Now, like, is that why I'm not going back? No, because I was still super happy in that league. Everyone gets paid the same. Like, I still love Texas. But, like, the wearing down of, like, players coming up to me and be like, dude, why aren't you playing? Like, why? I'm like, dude, I don't know. Like, why don't you go ask someone? I don't know why I'm not playing. So, yes, that. And, like, yeah, it should be, like, just UFL. As we stay on that topic, it's like it should be a feeder league. That's literally what it's designed to do. And like I literally had a coach, not going to say who, but like this year, towards the end of the year, came up to me and was like, you better come back next year. Like the league is pushing to start young guys instead of older guys. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, if the league's pushing for that, then like, why are we wasting time right now doing what we're doing? Like, why have I not got a shot? Because like I played well in the preseason, I felt with the Seahawks, and then I got the UFL, and it was like there was no competition. There never was a competition. For 2 years, there literally wasn't. So it's just not fair to the younger guys, I guess. Like Luke Lennon, who you've gotten to know. Like I feel bad for him in a way. Like I think he'll eventually get a shot. He's younger than me, so like he'll get a shot, and I told him that last year. But like I hope they just don't do to him what they did to me, and that's just not give him a shot at all. Because like he's young, he's very talented, he just needs film. But if he's going to be a backup in the UFL, like because they just hand the guy a starting role, no matter who it is, like that's just not fair to any young quarterback.
That was my biggest knock on the league. Was I thought, like you said, feeder league. You should get the guys who have big names. Yeah. I'm not saying you had a big name or not, but outside of Eastern North Carolina, but guys who played well in the NFL, came down, have a bigger name, like Max Duggan, for example. Yeah. He didn't start until the quarterback in front of him got hurt. Yeah. No offense, I don't know who the quarterback in front of him was. Yeah. So there was a lot of older guys like Luis Perez. No offense to Luis, I know you have a good relationship with him. I had no clue who Luis Perez was. So as a normal fan, what tunes me in? Like I want to see the guys the young guys who I think should have made it, or like, oh, why did Max Duggan didn't work in the NFL? Yeah. You know, those guys play. A second thing is they really should have gotten to smaller towns, but we can save that for later. We will. Not towns with the NFL teams. Yeah. I thought that was a big blow for them. But moving back to you, who was probably some of the coolest people you met in your time in the NFL, UFL?
This podcast is brought to you by Anson Belt. Over 10,000 combinations of micro-adjustable holeless belt. ECU alum company, official belt of the Pirates, official belt of the Holton Ahlers show. Mix and match. Look, they got the Jolly Roger. They even got purple belts. They got leather belts, all different kinds of belts, American flag, everything in between. Just go to ansonbelt.com, look at it. They got a bunch of combos. You can get a pack of 3, and it's really like a pack of like, I don't know, I'm not good at math, Caden, but you can mix and match all of them. So I don't know. Is it 9?
What's the square root of?
I don't know. 3? We're getting to it. But what is your favorite thing about Anson Belt?
I think the holeless adjustable belt. Yeah. I know that's something that we always talk about, but it's when you get older and your weight fluctuates in the summer versus wintertime, I think it's the best thing. And it's just the comfortability. What I used to hate about normal belts is you sit down and your little belly kind of hang over if you got a little belly. Anson belt, it's not like that. It feels great.
And I will say that normal belts, it's like, I don't know, has a couple inches between each hole. There's I believe it's a 1/4 inch between every pivot or whatever it's called, divot. So the belt, it fits you perfectly every single time. So Anson Belt, make sure you go check them out. New sponsor, we want to give a shout out to Sam Jones Barbecue. Make sure you look, first of all, best barbecue in North Carolina. We know that. Probably best barbecue around, Caden. We love it. If you're a business, they have boxes, they have catering. Make sure you go check them out. Caden, what is your favorite thing? You were saying your favorite thing about Sam Jones was what earlier?
Oh, their new booze slushies. I'm a big slushy guy, and you put a little alcohol into it, it should be a good time. So if you see me in Holton Friday at Sam Jones, we could be having a booze slushie, but they do something even better than a booze slushie and barbecue. What's up?
Yeah, so round up when you go in person to Sam Jones. Go there for lunch or dinner. Food's delicious, but go there. If you round up on your receipt, that extra money will go to Make-A-Wish Eastern North Carolina. So they're affecting people in Eastern North Carolina. They're trying to get 2 wishes covered by November 10th. It's $7,500 pretty much per wish. It averages out to that. So they're also helping the community. There's no reason not to support these guys. Sam Jones Barbecue, make sure you go check them out. And just for Make-A-Wish too, it's supporting a good cause. Oh God, that's a huge question. The Mannings, having a relationship with the Manning family has been cool. I mean, obviously all my teammates, like Drew Lock was really cool. Gino was cool. We still text, every now and then.
What was that relationship like with Drew Lock and Geno Smith?
It was great. I love Drew and I love Gino. I'm honestly probably going to pull for the Raiders this year because I love Pete Carroll too. Pete Carroll was great. Yeah, I think I was probably closest with them. There was a couple guys in Seattle I was pretty close with. Drew and Gino I was definitely closest with when I was there, and we've stayed in touch. They're probably the 2 bigger names that we've stayed in touch since then. Because I mean, dude, people obviously the NFL people know it's a business, but it is work also. Gino and Drew and me, we'd be in football, and Grace knows this. Shoot, I'd show up at 5:30 a.m. to lift. I mean, you don't leave until 7 p.m. and normal players leave at 3. So you see on social media
Starbucks though.
Yeah. And yeah, it was great. I mean, we looked outside in the water and we were on the water and all that, but also you're away. Grace moved to Seattle and I'm there 4 hours a day and it's already dark. Seattle gets dark at 2 p.m. So it's just like things like that where like you just got to sacrifice. And like I feel like I've sacrificed, going back to just the general of retiring is like I feel like I've sacrificed my mind, my body, my family time, my friend time. Like I just feel like it's time to just like not sacrifice that anymore. Like that's just kind of how I feel.
Have you sacrificed the Seahawks Uber account yet?
How do you know about that?
Yeah, I just remember you had the Seahawks Uber account.
I was like, what the heck? Yeah, no, I didn't. That was awesome.
I don't think they ever took that off. So
I don't know. Now we can't do it anymore.
My bad. I just threw you under the bus. Hey, I got cut off from Haley's dad's Uber account when we got married, so I had to cut you off from the Seahawks Uber account.
Yeah. Well, we used to take it. Never mind. Next question. Do you have anything else?
Yeah. We talked about NFL wise. What's your favorite football memory all time? ECU, NFL. Like if you had to really point to, that's my all-time favorite memory.
I mean, obviously, like just playing in Lumen Field was cool. Playing Lambeau Field was really cool. But I mean, the Birmingham Bowl's like when I look back on like my life so far, like moments that like I felt like I couldn't be happier or it couldn't be better. Like even if I could change it, were my wedding, the night I proposed, and Birmingham Bowl. Like those are the three where I'm like, I don't think I would change a single thing. I guess when I proposed, I didn't say what I wanted to say, but like.
So football wise, it's Birmingham Bowl?
Birmingham Bowl, yeah, for sure.
Wow, I didn't get to go to that one. My favorite?
Yeah.
I don't want to take the Thunder.
All right.
What do you think it is?
When you played versus State?
No, that's not my favorite. All-time game at ECU that we played together with. Game? No, we played together with. Big win.
Oh, Carolina?
Yeah. That Larry Fedora sign.
Yeah.
That was such a big win. Your first touchdown that game.
That was my first touchdown. So I think I scored 2 or 3 touchdowns that game. That was my first game I played in.
I don't think you threw a pass.
I don't think I did either. I ran, yeah. Dude, what's crazy about that, I was actually telling Grace's dad, like, July 4th week. I was like, what's crazy about that game is that was before I drank. Like, I didn't drink. I was locked in, like, drinking my lifetime. Like, I had never drank before, and I came to ECU. And that game, obviously, was a huge game. We beat Carolina, our rival and stuff. I went home to my dorm that night and went to sleep. Like, I didn't go party and all that. And I look back and I'm like, dude, what would that have been like?
I remember what it was like for me. It was a great time.
It was? Yeah. I mean, I bet it was. And like, I'm looking back, I'm like, dude, you were 18 years old in your hometown. It was the first game you ever played in. You had 3 touchdowns. It was like your coming out party, beating Carolina. Like that night would have probably been insane. Like we had some insane nights, but like that would have been pretty fun, I'd imagine.
That's up there on my top nights.
Yeah.
So
like, where'd you go, Bob's that night? I hadn't even been to Bob's at that point.
I'm not getting into what I did that night.
We're a married man now. We're professional. Yeah, man. First, before we keep going, I want to give a shout out to Anson Belt. Go to ansonbelt.com for over 10,000 combinations of micro-adjustable holeless belts. Me and Caden love Anson Belt. That's literally the only belts we wear. So make sure you go check that out. They actually are shipping out of their own facility now, Caden. So out of North Carolina, ECU alum company. So just go check them out. ansonbelt.com. We're huge fans of them. Got anything to say about Anson Belt, Caden? Or you?
Oh, yeah. Love the Anson Belt. It's a comfortable belt. I thought you were running the whole ad by yourself, but...
Well, we always talk about Anson because you like them too. So.
Well, it's summertime, so I got to tighten my Anson belt a little tighter this time. Yeah. That's what I love. Always adjustable.
We've been going to Hot Works.
Hot Works, that's right.
Speaking of Hot Works, you know what's near Hot Works? Our new sponsor, Sam Jones Barbecue. Shout out to them. And actually, this explains Sam Jones Barbecue and their ownership 100% perfectly. I want to make sure I say this right. So they are going, make sure you round up because it is the Make-A-Wish, Eastern North Carolina. They're going to round up every single thing. If you round up, you make money towards Eastern North Carolina Make-A-Wish. They're trying to get 2 wishes done by November 10th. And an average wish is about $7,500. So they're trying to make sure that they get 2 of those wishes. Shout out to those guys. Like, that is literally the first thing they said to talk about was that. And we're just like, what a business. Like, what good people to work with. And that's who we're trying to work with.
Exactly. So if you need any catering needs or family events, go to Sam Jones Barbecue.
Yeah. Businesses as well. They got business boxes, catering, and all that. Plus, just go over there, have some lunch. We do it all the time. We love it. We love Sam Jones. It's the best barbecue in town.
One more plug about Sam Jones. Yeah. They got those new booze slushies.
We got to try those.
You got to try. We got to try those.
This Friday at Sam Jones with the booze slushies.
Yeah.
Either leave us alone or buy us a drink. One of the two. Shout out to Sam Jones, though. Appreciate you guys for supporting the pod. Hot Works, though, is right near there. we started going. They're not a sponsor. It's just a plug because we love Hot Works. We've been lifting there, Caden, doing our rowing. So if you see me and Caden looking slim, it's because of Hot Works.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that we get so well in sync at rowing and the rowing machine that we just start going down the Tar River.
Yeah, if you see me and Caden on the Tar River, definitely leave us alone. Don't come take us up to us in and all that. But all right, so let's get back to it. Is there anything else you want to ask about my career or about retiring?
Is there anything else you want to talk about it?
I just thank you for the support for one. Like even this podcast, like wouldn't have been, what it is or what it has been, because of football. And obviously we're still going to be in it. Like I still love football. It's just taking a different point of view from it. And I'm excited for that. Like, I think the support of like Greenville is like what I didn't really realize. I'd realized a lot actually when I was at ECU, but like I didn't realize the platform that I had until I left. And I was like, wow, like I really had a good platform. I'm very appreciative of the people who supported me. Like when I look back on my career, I'm just saying like ECU, we kind of talked about pro ball. When I look back at like my ECU career, it's like, do I have any regrets? And I mean, there's like, relationships maybe I like with teammates. Maybe
the interception against Cincinnati.
I would have not changed a thing. Okay, you want to get on that since Sauce Gardner just got paid $100 million? If I could go back to that exact moment, I may have said this on podcast before. I would have made the same exact decision and thrown it in the same exact spot because the receiver did not run the right route. So I was thinking I was throwing it here, and I did throw it there.
They were a top 10 team in the nation that game.
They were, but we could have got them.
I was looking for the party afterwards. That's what I was looking for.
I remember looking in the stands. Dude, so one of my favorite things about playing at ECU, and let's get into this is actually fun, was like looking up at my brothers, because my brothers would get absolutely lit during games, and they'd be hollering. And actually that game, and there's a video, there's like a GIF, whatever it's called, of me pointing to the stands and then doing like a little tiger fist bump. And I'll remember that video forever, but I was pointing to my brothers. So my family, if games that weren't like sold out, like, how that there was always that little section that like no one goes to.
Yeah.
So my family would go up there to that section. So when we scored that touchdown, I was fired up at that point. I mean, that was probably my best game of my career, or the next week was that Cincinnati game. And I remember like literally pointing to them because they're going crazy. And then fist bumping, and then like someone posted it. I think ESPN or someone got it. It was a pretty cool moment.
That is pretty sick. Like pointing at the empty part of the stadium, like, what's this guy doing?
Yeah, like there's 5 people up there just raising hell, and that's what it was. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think ECU brought me so many relationships that we're still like, I'm so thankful for. We're still going to use, and like I talked to Nick Crabtree 2 days ago. I talked to Shane Carden yesterday. Literally, we were just texting about this, and honestly, he's been someone, and I literally told him, I was like, dude, as a kid from Greenville, like I played in the yard as you with my brothers, and like looked up to you as a role model. And then when I got to ECU, I looked up to you as a different role model in a different way. And I told him, I was like, you were the one I was always chasing. Like it was not maybe stats or like beating his records or anything. It was just like the standard that he set, I guess, was like the thing I was always chasing. And I told him that. I was like, just thank you for setting a standard worth chasing. And did I ever get there? I don't know. But like, I think I am very proud to like look back on my career, and like I'm just glad that like when you talk about like some of the best quarterbacks in ECU history, like my name will at least be brought up. Like I don't think I was the best quarterback in ECU history. Like I do have a lot of the records, but like I think there was some other guys better than me, but I'm glad I'm at least in the conversation. Mm-hmm. But like going back to like chasing his standard is like, if you look back at the top quarterbacks, in ECU history, and there's 4 or 5 that are like always brought up, like each one had like a different point of view, I guess, and like, or different thing they were chasing. And mine was like Shane Carden was in a great situation with Lincoln Riley. Like he came in and he was ready, like when he was ready to play and the program was ready to explode at the right time. And he did that. Like that is the standard he set and they set with roughing them. And then like, even going into it as a 17-year-old for me, like I knew that wasn't exactly like what I was walking into. It was more of like, okay, my coach that recruited me is probably going to get fired, which did. There's going to be a lot of hard days. Like we're really not getting that many recruits right now because we're losing game. Like we've lost blah, 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 many seasons in a row. We haven't made bowl games. So like I knew going into it, like I wasn't going to win 10 games my first year. I probably wasn't going to win 10 games my second or third year or whatever, too. Like, it was going to be a long process. We're going to have to get a new head coach, then restart. But, like, I knew that, like, as a kid from Greenville, if I was a quarterback here, one, I knew what the standard was because Shane and them said it. And then Shane obviously saw it from the other legends that are on that, probably those same list that people talk about, before, that he probably chased. But, like, I knew that, like, if we could just get it somewhat back to being like that by the end of it, which we did, like, now I'm not saying we got it exactly there, but we got it to where the people following me, Holton Ahlers now, can, like, chase that, get back to chasing 10 win seasons, conference championships, and all that. But, like, going into it, and you were there, part of it all. It's like, we didn't really, like, that. Obviously, that was our goal. We always made it our goal, but, like, we also knew in the back of our head, like, we got a lot of things to fix before we even get to this point.
Yeah, 10 wins was definitely never realistic. And
I feel like my senior year it was.
Oh, yeah, I was.
Like,
I'm
senior
talking
year,
about
we
when I was
definitely
playing.
could have. Yeah.
I think that senior year, a lot of things went differently. You could have been 10 wins.
Yeah.
But couple little things, missed field goal.
Couple little kicks. Couple little right-footed kicks messed us up there.
Yeah. But I know everyone's like, dang, July, no ECU football stories. But I think this is a good one to start the football season on again. And what do you see this year coming up? I know we've been off for a while on the podcast now that, football is not ahead of you at all anymore.
You're talking about for ECU football or just in general with life?
Football coming up. ECU football. Yeah,
I think we're going to, in August, we'll dive into, like, the schedule and stuff. I just think just looking at it generically, I would say it's an exciting time. I mean, look, you have a good quarterback returning, which we're very like, in the last year, I think I'm on Pirate Radio on the podcast, and we talked about it. It was like, you got to do at least two of the three things. You got to keep Holton Ahlers, you got to keep John David Baker, and you got to keep one of the two of your best receivers now coming back, Yannick Smith or Anthony Smith. And they did, honestly, all four. So, like, the offense is going to be really exciting. And plus, they got some really exciting receivers, which, Darrell Roberts talked about. There's transfer receivers coming in. So that's really exciting. I think defense is what's going to come down to. It's going to come down to how can the defense play. I think the offense will move the ball. The offense is set to, like, beat anyone and compete with anyone. That's where, like, if you look at the history of ECU, like, when we've competed with those big schools, is we've had this similar of offense. Like, when Lincoln Riley was here, we competed with those bigger schools because it evens out the playing field rather than, like, we competed, like, my senior year, we competed with NC State. We really should have beaten them. We talked about the kick, but, like, our offense, you still had to play like a good, it's just normal football offense. Like, you had to play a good game. You had to outplay them. Whereas this offense, like, that we run now is more like up-tempo, can tire them out, and would just even out the playing field. And then, so even if you're playing a team better than you, it'll even them out. And then if you are even, it'll give you the advantage. So, like, I think we're going to be in pretty much all the games with experienced quarterback, experienced OC. And I'm excited to see, like, Coach Harrell coach without, like last year he had nothing to lose. Now he is the head coach. He has a lot to lose now.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see, like, how that affects his decisions, if that makes sense.
Getting a full season, nothing else. Like, nothing to lose is something like you get a crazy little drug on you. I know we're going to dive into the schedule. We're going to dive into the opponents in the next few weeks. Last year we got a lot of flack. You said 9-win season.
I'm not doing that. I can't say it right now.
You're not ready yet?
I don't know. I
haven't
dug enough into it. Like, I think we'll make a bowl game for sure. I don't know if we
want to wait to August.
I want to look deeper into it.
Okay, because I have a sick. I think.
Well, go ahead if you have it.
I think conference championship is definitely in play.
I think it's in play too. Yeah, for sure. I got to look deeper into it. But if you're that confident,
and I think non-conference wise, I mean, State hasn't added too much. We'll dive into it more. BYU lost their quarterback. It could be a double-digit season. That's fine. We'll dive into it in August, but that's where I'm at.
Hot take. Caden's just going for hot takes now. He's trying to get pod back.
You know what I am sad about? You're announcing your retirement. Football. I guess I got to retire as a Nepo friend. I don't get to meet as many cool people anymore. I had a really good run as a Nepo friend. Got to talk to a lot of Fortnite with a lot of cool people.
Did you?
I did.
Yeah.
And now it's all blowing up in my face.
Well, hopefully business. So we're starting a business together. I've already said that, but, like, hopefully business.
My Nepo friendship continues. Yeah, it could be retiring here, but we'll see how it goes.
No, hopefully I'm so good at business that it doesn't. So we'll see. All right, appreciate it, brother. It's football's been a fun ride. Thank you for your support, and we threw a lot of memories together, and we weren't getting any of the. We were going to get more of those playing football, so now we just got other memories.
I know. Thank you for the memories of football. Thank you for the the Nepo friendship memories, and I guess I'll be your friend as a normal person
No,
now.
thanks. Sorry. See you next time.